The tales of Siddhartha Gautama, from Queen Maya's dream of the white elephant to the radiant light of his enlightenment, feel like pages from a myth. But are they just legends? Or could there be tangible proof of a man whose teachings transformed the world? After 2,600 years, what evidence remains to reveal the truth? Hi, I'm Brian. In my journey to learn about Siddhartha Gautama, I've read countless texts and had the opportunity to visit some of the places tied to his life. What I've seen and felt has opened a completely new perspective on a figure revered for over 2,600 years. In episode 1, we explored the mystical stories: Queen Maya's extraordinary dream, Siddhartha's 7 lotus steps at birth, and the miraculous enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. These stories ignite wonder, but they also raise countless questions about the Buddha's true life. If you missed episode 1, click the link in the description to catch up. It's the foundation for what we're about to uncover. In this episode, we'll go beyond the legends to investigate. The relics from Lumbini to Kushinagar, do these sacred sites confirm the Buddha's story? The Ashokan pillars, do their inscriptions offer solid evidence, or are they just elaborate narratives? And most importantly, the question that looms over it all: was Siddhartha Gautama a divine figure, or simply a man who transcended the limits of human potential? What if the places and artifacts we're about to explore aren't just remnants of history, but keys to understanding a legacy that still shapes the world and maybe even your own life? Get ready, because the answers we're about to uncover may change the way you view history, philosophy, and yourself. Let's begin. First, let me share the 2 key texts I've used as references. The Mahapadana Sutta from Theravada Buddhism's Digha Nikaya, one of the oldest sutras from the 5th century BCE written by the Buddha's closest disciples, and the Lalita Vistara Sutra, a Mahayana scripture that emerged later. When studying the Mahapadana Sutta and Lalita Vistara Sutra, I discovered that both Buddhist traditions consistently recorded Queen Maya's dream. This consistency made me wonder, is this more than just a myth? Could it contain layers of historical significance? In the dream, a 6-tusked white elephant descended from the heavens, carrying a radiant lotus flower, and entered Queen Maya's body. Monks and scriptures interpret this as a celestial sign of the arrival of an enlightened being. Despite originating from 2 Buddhist traditions with differing philosophies, the dream of Queen Maya appears consistently in both, hinting at a shared historical foundation. Was it just a dream, or a celestial message foretelling the arrival of a savior? And why a white elephant and a lotus, a pairing so ethereal yet profound? In Buddhism, the white elephant signifies spiritual strength, purity, and the energy of enlightenment. As I observed the lotus symbol in many temples during my visits, I realized that the lotus isn't just a scriptural icon. It's an image of ourselves, overcoming obstacles and reaching for the light. These symbols are not just limited to scriptures. They have become deeply rooted in Buddhist art and architecture. From ancient carvings to modern temple designs, the white elephant and lotus represent purity and wisdom. These cultural and artistic legacies confirm that Queen Maya's dream is far more than just a myth. It carries a powerful symbolic meaning that transcends time. To me, The six-tusked white elephant and the lotus aren't just symbols from the scriptures, but timeless images found in architectural works. Seeing the carvings at the Sanchi Stupa through my research, I felt the strength of these images connecting the past and the present. When exploring the Mahapadana Sutta from the Digha Nikaya, Theravada tradition, and the Lalitavistara Sutra of Mahayana Buddhism, I came across a fascinating detail. Siddhartha Gautama was said to have been born in Lumbini Garden, under the shade of a sala tree, as Queen Maya journeyed back to her parental home. Upon his birth, he took 7 steps, and with each step, a lotus flower bloomed. But was this just a myth, or does it conceal a deeper truth? In reality, Lumbini Garden isn't just a place mentioned in ancient texts, it's a real site in the Terai Plains of Nepal. Designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997, this seemingly simple garden holds profound significance. But why? The answer lies in the Ashokan pillar, erected in 249 BCE. Its inscription reads, "This is the place where Prince Siddhartha, the Enlightened One, was born." This isn't just historical evidence, it's a declaration that the Buddha was real, a figure whose existence shaped history. At the center of the garden stands the Maya Devi Temple, housing ancient reliefs that depict Queen Maya beneath a sala tree, holding a branch as Siddhartha was born. These carvings don't just recount an old story, they are powerful symbols of history and culture. Each step, marked by the bloom of a lotus, wasn't just a symbol of purity. It was a declaration of a spiritual journey that would one day transform the world. But what secrets does this sacred garden hold, waiting for us to uncover? Could it be more than just a birthplace? Could it be a doorway to understanding the origins of enlightenment itself? And what happened next? Was Siddhartha merely a child celebrated through myths, or was he destined for greatness from the very moment he entered this world? Beneath the Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya, I felt an indescribable sense of peace. This wasn't just a historic site, it was the very place where Siddhartha faced every temptation and achieved enlightenment. Looking at each branch of the tree, I couldn't help but wonder, what gave a person the strength to confront himself so completely? In the Mahapadana Sutta, Mara is meticulously described not just as an external force, but as a reflection of inner turmoil, fear, doubt, and temptations that every human must face. The Lalitavistara Sutra deepens this portrayal, making Mara the embodiment of all obstacles on the path to enlightenment. The consistency between these two scriptures from different traditions highlights the profound importance of this event in Buddhist history. But this story isn't just confined to ancient texts. The Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya, a direct descendant of the tree under which Siddhartha achieved enlightenment, still stands as a living testament to his triumph. This isn't just a tree, it's a bridge between history and spirituality. Its roots anchor the past, while its branches stretch toward eternity, a silent witness to a timeless journey of awakening. Nearby, the Ashokan pillar, erected in the 3rd century BCE, carries an inscription that boldly declares, "Here, Prince Siddhartha attained the ultimate truth." This pillar is more than an artifact, it's a proclamation of Bodh Gaya's unparalleled significance in the spiritual history of humanity. Adding to this legacy is the Mahabodhi Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It stands as a beacon of enlightenment, not only for Buddhists, but for anyone seeking peace and purpose in life. When you think of Sarnath, you don't just encounter a serene land. You feel the echoes of a pivotal moment in human history. This is where the Buddha, after attaining enlightenment, delivered his first sermon, the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, or the setting in motion of the wheel of Dharma. According to scriptures like the Samyutta Nikaya, this sermon was more than just words. It is said that as the Buddha taught, the earth quaked gently, birds fell silent mid-song, and celestial flowers floated down from the heavens, as if the universe itself acknowledged the significance of this moment. Today, the most striking evidence of this event is the Dhammik Stupa at Sarnath, built in the 3rd century BCE by Emperor Ashoka to commemorate the Buddha's first teaching. Towering at 43.6 meters, the stupa is not just an architectural wonder, it's a symbol of a profound beginning, the birth of Buddhism. But are the tales of earth-shaking and divine tributes purely symbolic? Or could there be tangible evidence proving that this historic sermon occurred here? Excavations at Sarnath have unearthed reliefs and ruins of ancient monasteries, depicting the 5 ascetics attentively listening to the Buddha. Yet, this discovery raises a larger question. Were these stories from the scriptures amplified to leave a lasting impression? Do you know where the Buddha chose to enter nirvana? Kushinagar, a small and tranquil town in India, was where he concluded his remarkable journey. But why Kushinagar, a seemingly unremarkable location? And what secrets do its relics, from the Mahaparinirvana temple to ancient stupas, still hold about the Buddha's final chapter? Join me as we uncover the truths that history and legend have kept hidden. The Buddha's final nirvana. According to the Mahaparinibbana Sutta in the Digha Nikaya, the Buddha's passing into nirvana was not merely a farewell. It was a moment where he left behind his final teachings, a light to guide humanity. In his last words, the Buddha emphasized, "Be a lamp unto yourselves." It was a call for individuals to find their own light within, rather than relying on anything external. Today, Kushinagar, a small and tranquil town in northern India, has become a pilgrimage site for millions around the world. This is the place where the Buddha chose to enter nirvana, not in a grand palace or a place of power, but under the humble shade of sala trees. At Kushinagar, you'll find the Mahaparinirvana temple, which houses the reclining Buddha statue. With eyes gently closed and an expression of absolute serenity, the statue, measuring 6.1 meters in length and carved from sandstone in the 5th century, stands as not only a religious masterpiece, but also a powerful symbol of liberation. It seems to silently convey that all burdens of life have faded away, giving way to stillness and enlightenment. Reflecting on the Buddha's decision, I, Brian, ask myself, why did he choose such a modest place for his final moments? The answer, as I perceive it, lies in the profound lesson he wanted to impart. Peace does not reside in luxury, power, or fame. It is found in simplicity and the ability to let go. Standing before this sacred site, I couldn't help but ponder the deeper meaning that Kushinagar represents. The serene landscapes of this land seem to invite the human soul to return to simplicity, to face oneself, and to find the light of peace within the silence. Nearby, the Rambar Stupa, believed to be the cremation site of the Buddha, has withstood the test of time. This stupa is not just an ancient architectural marvel. It is a powerful reminder that the Buddha was not merely a mythical figure. He was a real human being who lived, taught, and left behind a legacy that transcends the boundaries of time and space. Next to it, the Ashokan pillar at Kushinagar records this pivotal event with clear inscriptions, affirming the historical significance of this land in Buddhism. These inscriptions are not merely archaeological artifacts. They are living reminders that the Buddha's teachings do not just exist in scriptures, but are preserved in tangible, enduring relics like this. When I, Brian, set foot in these sacred places, a sense of sanctity washed over me. It was a profound realization that the Buddha is not a distant symbol or a fabricated story. He walked this earth, shared timeless teachings, and ultimately chose this place to conclude his journey. These relics remind me of the true essence of life: simplicity, detachment, and the importance of leaving behind a meaningful legacy for future generations. And standing before the Rambar Stupa and the Ashokan pillar, I couldn't help but ask myself, how can I, in my own life, embrace these values, let go of what binds me, and create a legacy that truly matters? Looking at the reclining Buddha statue in the Mahaparinirvana temple, I felt as if I could sense the profound peace he left for humanity. This stone sculpture isn't just a work of art. It's a poignant reminder that Siddhartha, a real person, chose to renounce all luxury in pursuit of liberation. This realization fills me with inspiration. If Siddhartha, an ordinary human being with no divine powers, could surpass his own limits with sheer determination and resolve, why can't we? The undeniable fact that he was a historical figure underscores an essential truth. The journey to enlightenment isn't reserved for an elite few, but is open to anyone who dares to take the first step. Above all, this truth stirs deep reflections within me. Has my life been meaningful enough? Where does my sense of balance truly lie? Siddhartha's existence isn't merely a historical record, it's a timeless invitation to take action. It challenges me, and perhaps you too, to face the struggles within and uncover a path that is uniquely ours. Now, I want to hear from you. What part of the Buddha's story moved you the most? Would you be willing to give up everything to pursue truth? And if you had the chance, would you visit these sacred sites to experience the peace they embody? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more. And one more thing, in the next video, where we'll explore how these timeless philosophies can guide us through 2025, a year of transformation. Are you ready to face it with courage and clarity? Thank you for watching until the end.